Minister for Science, Technology and Innovations, Dr. Monica Musenero-Masanza, has met MPs, RDCs, NRM chairpersons, district chairpersons and technical staff at Wash and Wheels Hotel for the review of Bukedi Leaders' Strategic Development Plan that is to be submitted to the President at the Thanksgiving ceremony slated on the 22nd of August 2024.
You see, the President's passion is for the people to develop. You read it in him, you see it in his speeches, and this region has been a little bit frustrating that despite all his appeals, all these investments, he has brought different initiatives. Wonabagagawale, he sends people here, please select enterprises which will take you forward. Come up with a way that you can. They come up with things which leave them sometimes even worse than before the program. So, and his interactions with different regions really take on a very, very good direction when they have some agreement on how the region, sub-region should go. So for the first time, we have something where we have harmony and consensus, and we are going to be requesting the President to launch this strategic direction during the Thanksgiving. Actually, this was one of my objectives. I'm really appreciative for what God has done for me throughout my life. I'm appreciative for where God has brought me, but I also appreciate the great role that His Excellency, the President, has played in positioning me, not just as minister, but when I was still an epidemiologist. He really built my confidence by believing in my work and supporting me to make sure that I can execute the work that he gives me, appointing me senior presidential advisor, who was a bit different because he didn't only give me that position, he really gave me work to do, to innovate. And now giving me this position of science, technology, and innovation, which really fits what I love doing, I have enjoyed, and I am enjoying this job, doing this job. So as a gift, I thought that as a gift, understanding his passion, if I can address some of the core challenges of Bukedi, which is the lack of a clear strategic direction, and that can only be built by the leaders here, such that this is really going to be my gift to His Excellency, that Bukedi is now ready to join the fight against poverty. Bukedi is now joining the fight against cholerachidaism. We are not just speaking it, but we are acting it. We have a clear plan. So I felt that inviting him for Thanksgiving and sharing this accomplishment, because he's familiar with my accomplishments in the science fraternity, where we have brought science over the past 3 years. That one I've kept reporting to him. But this one, I could not, until this meeting today, I didn't have the courage to bring it up to him because I didn't know whether it would be successful. But today, I'm very happy, I'm really excited that as His Excellency is coming for my Thanksgiving, Bukedi can tell him, Your Excellency, we have been onboarded in household income. Not only are we willing, but we have worked out a strategy, we have worked out a plan, and we are all committed to having it.
According to the leaders, the region has lost a lot of opportunities, which has resulted in the area lagging behind for so long.
First, I want to start by appreciating the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology for seeing it fit to organize the Bukedi people to come together. This is one of the most interesting meetings that I have seen as far as Bukedi is concerned, because this meeting has brought all the leaders of Bukedi, the local government leaders in terms of chairpersons, the MPs, and the technical teams of all these districts of 7 from Bukedi sub-region. First of all, the issue of unity has been lacking as far as Bukedi people are concerned, because the past motto of Bukedi was Okwega Atagemanyi. However, in the recent years, that motto has been rendered useless because people of Bukedi have been pulling differently, each of them thinking of individual interests. People have been pulling one another instead of working together. But I believe that now we have fought enough. We have let down each other enough. And this is the time now to come together. Bukedi suffers because we have not been working as a team. This region has no cash crop, which is an annual cash crop known in this region. Unlike other regions like sub-region of Rwenzori, sub-region of Erigon, sub-region of Uganda and Busoga. These areas, when you go there in the west, you find that the economy is hinged on a perennial crop, which is sustainable. Unlike here where our people have been gambling. Some have gone on rice, some have gone on watermelon, some are on guarana, some they have tried the cassava. So all these we have tried and we have failed. So one of the biggest challenges is that this region suffers from poverty. It is the second worst region as far as poverty levels are concerned. We are only second to Karamoja. So that's a very, very big challenge. Poverty is very high here, and unfortunately also, the population is very high compared to the square area. The population of this sub-region is 2.4 million people. Compared to other regions, you find that the density of population is very high here. Here we have 550 persons per kilometer, while the average other regions is 250. So it is very, very unfortunate. The other one is that there are always conflicts instead of planning together. The other challenge is that this region seems to lack focused leaders, and that has been a very, very big challenge.
As the Secretary General of the Democratic Party, and on my behalf as a Member of Parliament representing this great republic to the East African Legislative Assembly, we have done a lot of laws. We have passed the Common Market Protocol. We have passed the Custom Union. We have passed the laws reducing on common tariffs barriers. But we are not selling anything. We are not bringing more to the market. I want to appreciate the Honorable Minister, Dr. Monica Msenero, and the entire team of the Ministry of ICT, rather the Ministry of Science and Innovative Technology, for first of all bringing the Bukedi together so that this great nation of Bukedi can have something to produce in terms of the money economy. I have heard the President's lectures on Echibalo and calculation. I think for me these are good initiatives. One, this has not been a normal seminar. This has been more of knowledge sharing, where we sat down to calculate, if I grow cassava, how much do I need and how much do I get? If I grow cattle or milk or coffee or, for instance, cocoa, what do I get? Some of the initiatives that ranked higher, for instance, the cocoa and coffee, are crops we thought can never grow in this region. But I think with all the leaders, we have realized that we must change. It's about the mindset. And I want to appreciate the ministry for trying to speak to our minds. Because when a leader, and I think we can start with an initiative of leader. So when you lead people that don't have the money, at the end of the day, the pressure is on you. Two, we must be in position to contribute to the economy of this country. We have also seen the poverty indicators that show we are the second last poorest in terms of the region within this entire nation. How can we be competing with some regions that don't have flat land? How can areas, for instance, Chigezi, that are on the rocks and mountains be doing well in terms of production and economy and money in the nation without us? So I want to appreciate the team and the minister for putting up a very good team. For instance, you saw the strategic plan, the draft that read out by Chairman Wire. You see that these are issues that are all uniform. All we have been fighting for is we have lacked something to present. We go to the meeting and everybody is speaking for their small districts, for their sub-counties. Others are asking for constituency, others for county. This time, we have got all the constituencies we need. But what we are asking for is to present a unified agenda that we want to take this region to another level in terms of the economy.
Bukedi has had a number of ministers, but I had never seen one who agitates for Bukedi. You would find...
Can we clap for that, please?
You could find a minister
Thank you.
looking at his or her constituents or district. But this is marvelous, Mama. We are so humbled as a Bukedi. And what you've done is uniting us. Gone are the days when we used to point fingers at each other. Today we are now sharing. Actually, I'm behind this strategic plan 100%.
Thank you so much.
I've been limping as an individual in Butaleja. Actually, I've had several meetings in Butaleja trying to show my people how they can get involved in coffee, cocoa. And I've been saying that if each household comes up with 20 coffee plants, that would be enough to sustain a household in Butaleja. So I'm 100% behind this, and I'm requesting my colleagues, the likes of Governor Busia. We were trying to do the Chivalo basing on the raw market, farm gate, and we came to realize that cocoa, coffee, and the next enterprises were giving us more profit at farm gate than cotton. So it is the reason why we are saying that let us begin with this and produce. After producing, that's when we shall begin now talking about adding value. So, my brother, please.
Thank you, Chairman.
But the dilemma has been always, how do we confront the problem? And all what has been discussed here is a means of us confronting the problem, which could have been identified a long time ago, but we have been wriggling in the same position and not taking the headway. So I want to say, as a leader, we need to take the first step, then those ones who are supposed to follow us shall follow. There are areas which we need to also pay caution to, especially the land use in our region. The ownership of land has been exaggerated in a way that you find every person is dividing land and keeping on subdividing. Now we must also check the ownership of land so that we move towards consolidation. Like the model His Excellency the President gives is that we should share what comes out of the land rather than sharing the isolated pieces of land. I think that's what we should move on, and when we move in that direction, coupled with what we have been discussing here, I know we shall be a long way to solving the problem. I thank you.